regarding an incomplete 911 and a subsequent domestic disturbance. Once on scene, officers encountered an adult male subject involved with the disturbance in the street. The man was armed with a gun and shot at one of our officers. The officer returned fire, and the man subsequently shot himself. The man was declared deceased at the scene. We are grateful that no police officers were injured during this exchange of gunfire. Detectives with the Clackamas County Major Crimes Team are currently investigating the incident in conjunction with the Clackamas County District Attorney's Office. The officer that was involved in the shooting has been placed on critical incident leave as standard protocol. This is a tragic incident for our officers, our deputies, and the family of the deceased. This is also a stark reminder of the dangers that our men and women, and frankly all law enforcement across the United States, face every single day. The Clackamas County District Attorney's Office will release more information in the coming days as appropriate.
Can you comment on the identity of the person?
We're not releasing any identities of the officers or anyone involved.
Are you able to confirm if there were any of our
I'm not able to confirm anything. It's early in the investigation, and there's a whole protocol to release that information.
I imagine this all happened very quickly.
Very quickly,
this morning.
yes.
Do you have a ballpark estimate on like a 5-minute ordeal, 10 minutes?
I don't have the exact times, but it was minutes. It was very quickly from by the time our officers got on scene.
Did the officer who shot at the responding officer, did the officer who shot at the suspect actually hit him before he shot himself?
That's still too early in the investigation, right? We got to wait for the autopsy and the investigation to unfold.
Okay. Do you know how many drugs or alcohol involved?
I don't know on that. We'll have to wait for toxicology on that.
Do you know how many shots were fired?
I do not know how many shots. I know there were shots from both sides.
How's the officer doing?
I mean, as best as they can be, right? That it's a tragic situation. None of our officers want to face this, but again, it's a stark reminder of how dangerous this job is in our profession and the selflessness of our officers when they respond to these calls.
Have there been calls to this address in the past?
I'm not sure.
Domestic violence was a man versus woman, man versus man, man versus woman and kid.
We're not releasing that at this time.
Did the officer involved in the shooting know the person who died?
Too early. We'll release that information later.
If the public knows anything about what happened or led up to it, what can they do? What should they do?
Yeah, detectives have been out there canvassing, right? They've completed their canvass, but I know some residents were maybe had to leave for work since it was so early. So yeah, if anyone has any information on this, they're asked to call Clackamas County Dispatch, 503-655-8211, and share that information with investigators.
Can you explain how much time lapsed between when shots were exchanged by the officer and the individual and then when that person took a gun for themselves?
It was quick. Yeah, it was pretty quick. And then our officers and deputies responded up there to try and perform first aid, but he was deceased.
Was there a car involved, a car crash or anything?
No car crashes involved.
Do you believe the suspect's intention was a suicide type cause?
I think it's too early, right? Our investigators are talking to family, witnesses, all that kind of stuff, trying to put pieces together.
How is the family doing?
Again, this is a tragic situation. I don't think anyone's doing very well, but you know, our thoughts and prayers are with everyone involved.
Did the person involved have any priors?
I'm not able to release any of that information, and again, it's too early to know.
With being in the morning, do we know what this person was wearing?
I don't have all that description.
I mean, it can't happen at a good time, but very early in the morning, just kind of help keep some people safe and allow your officers to work a little more unhindered.
Yeah, you just said it. There's no good time, right? But you know, it was early in the morning. A lot of people were sleeping. Very little traffic, so that was a benefit, if there is any benefit.
How many officers responded to that initial call? Was it just the one?
No, there were several officers.
Several officers?
Yeah, we had 4 officers on scene. Plus, I know Clackamas County had several deputies, but I don't know how many were there.
Who called it in, and can you explain what it was called in as?
Again, it was an incomplete 911, and then it turned out to be a subsequent domestic. We can hear some dispatchers can hear some arguing going on in there. So I don't know who actually made the phone call from inside the scene.
So you just went there because there was an incomplete 911 and that's when you heard sort of an argument?
We didn't actually hear. It was the dispatcher heard the argument, which relayed to our staff, our officers and deputies going there. So
What did the dispatcher hear?
I don't have that information.
Is the deceased son still working for the Oregon City
I don't have any information to release at this time.
Was the park involved that was nearby?
No, the park was not involved.
Everything took place in that household.
No, it actually took place outside. All right, thank you.
I understand.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just thought of this. Did body camera get this?
There is evidence that we're collecting, including body-worn cameras, yes. So the investigators are evaluating that, looking over that. They're also trying to find if there's any other evidence out there, including digital evidence.
Yeah. Have police been called to that address in the past?
I don't have that information. All right, thank you.
So I have a video of the shooting.
All right, that was the update there from. I'm going to go ahead and pop this down here just to fill you in there, since we did jump in the middle of that. If you missed the beginning, as we were going straight to that press conference as it happened, here's just the information on what happened. This is in relation to a shooting that occurred early Friday morning, and what happened about 5 a.m. Oregon City officers, along with Clackamas County deputies, responded to a home in the 13300 block of Claremont Way after someone called 911 to report a domestic disturbance. Reportedly, there was an altercation as far as this person shot at an officer shot back, and then the person who did the original shooting ended up shooting themselves, and they are deceased. So that is the information that we have there. He gave some more updates on that, but not a lot of new information. It sounds like that's an ongoing investigation, so we'll certainly be following along with this here throughout the afternoon. We'll get you info as soon as we do. We have a team there on the ground right there in Oregon City to find out more information about this as we get it, and we'll keep you up to date. So make sure to go to kptv.com, follow us on social media, and if there's a big news update, I'll be right here for you as well for Fox 12 Now. So whatever platform you're on, you can come right back here and I'll get that to you as soon as I know. But that's all we know for right now. Thanks for joining us. This is Fox 12 Now.